You guys, Wagwan. As you guys know, my name is Kola, and today, this is a system that automatically scrapes leads from Meta's library, logs into your Google Sheets, and notifies you on Telegram that the workflow has been completed. You can make this run on a schedule, or you could add a manual trigger based on what you want. And to just for someone like me who actually does mass outreach, this was one of the best ways. This is one of the cheapest alternatives to get your first few numbers of leads, especially when you're just starting out. So for me, this was one of the ways I got my first clients, and it's still working till now. But for when you compare this to lead sources like Apollo, it's a cheaper alternative for people starting out. So to get started, you would search Apify on your browser. You basically sign in and you sign up and log into your account. Then they will give you a free credit of $5, and this is basically for you to like test the actors and choose what you want before actually deciding to upgrade. So for you basically go to once you log into your page, you would see a page like Apify Store. Then you basically search the actor you want. For this particular outflow, you search a meta ad scraper and you choose on the actor you want. There you see a bunch of actors, but you would try to compare the prices of each actors and choose the one that is cheaper and the one with quality leads. So for me, I actually have a particular actor I use, and you'll probably see it once you search for it. So this is the particular actor I use, a mental health diary scraper. So once you click on that particular scraper, you will see the amount they charge per thousand results. For this, they charge $0.4 for 1,000 ad results. I've seen other scrapers that also charge, I think, of like $10 for 1,000 results, but I didn't really see a point to that. So I actually decided to use this. So you would add the filters you want. For me, I work in the travel and immigration agency niche. So these are the filters I added. You could decide to add other filters if you want, but I didn't find that necessary. These filters are enough. You don't have to change anything in this, you don't have to change anything in this. For the filters, you choose the country you're trying to focus on. For me, I went to Nigeria. Choose your ad status. Maybe you want it to be inactive ads or active ads or both. You choose the media type. Maybe it's in form of video, image, meme, or any other thing. Category from you could easily just go with the all ads category. You choose the publisher platforms. For me, I focus on Instagram ads, so I went with Instagram alone. And you could add Facebook, Messenger, and every other meta platforms. You add the ad language. For me, I went to English. You could add German, French, or any other language you want. You don't have to add anything here. You don't have to add anything here. For the arrangement page, for the arrangement section, you should try to turn this because it saves you a lot of time trying to figure out the advertisers page. So this way, you could easily just get the page name, the followers count, and every other single sheet. Now, once you're done with everything, you don't have to change anything in the section. So once you're done with everything, just click on start and you just run the scraper. So the scraper will run. It might take a while, but you eventually get the results. So this was from some of my previous runs. I added the limit of 10 to 11 leads. So I connected this particular run to anything. So once you add every single thing, you come over to the anything side. Now let me start building from the beginning. Now you could decide to add any trigger you want. Let me try to go with the manual trigger this time. A trigger manually. So now once you add this, you click on just node. You search the Apify node P5. Now, once you click on the Apify node, you might have to install it. I've installed mine already. So once you're done installing it, you would have the ability to choose an action. Now, for this next node, you would choose a run an actor action. So once you click on the run an actor action, you would connect your Apify account by clicking on the create new credential. You would easily just sign into your account using an OAuth2 method. You choose on the Gmail account you use to sign into Apify. Then the resources will be actor, the operation will be run an actor, and your actor source should be in form of should be recently used actors. That way you could easily access it rather than using the other option. Because I think you might have to search it each year. So this will go with this because this was my previously used actor. So you come over to the Apify side of things again. You come over to the input section. Now you come over to the section JSON page. Now you copy the JSON. The JSON is basically just a format of the JSON format of your filter. So you just add the JSON, copy your JSON, come over to the anything side of things again. The scraper is the meta variable scraper. Wait, let me confirm it. So you come over to this section, you paste your JSON code. Now, so once you're done pasting your JSON code, uh, you try to remove this curly brackets. So once you're done removing it, you don't have to change any other thing. So let's try to run this particular node. So once you run this, it's going to call the scraper. It's going to call the scraper on Apify to try to get data from it. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so let's just go straight to the previous one I built. So for this particular one, this was the data I got from Apify. Now, the data is going to be just a bunch of raw, stupid data. Now, you will need a second Apify node to be able to get the data set because without using the dataset node, you might have to add the code node, which is another stupid stress. So once you come over to the section, you just search for the Apify node. So once you're done searching for the Apify node, you will just click on it as we did before. Then you will scroll down to the actions. Once you're done scrolling down to the action, you click on get dataset items. Okay, I think this particular workflow is not running. So let's use that workflow. So for this, come over to this section. Now, this is the data coming from Apify. It's just some bunch of raw data that haven't actually been formatted. So you need the dataset node to be able to get the data you need. Now, since your credentials are already connected, you have to link this to the dataset node. You should try to pin this as well because you don't want to waste your credits running the actor over and over again. So you open the get datasets node. So you could decide to just type an expression, basically $JSON dot dataset items. But if you don't want to do that and you just want to map it, you just click on this particular search icon. Then you search datasets. As you can see the default dataset ID. So you just map it, basically just map it to this section. So once you're done mapping it, it will automatically appear there. Now you don't have to fill anything there. The operations will be get items. The just will be data sets. Now let's try to run this and see what we'll get. Alright, so I think the node is done running. So as you can see, we were able to get data sets, for example, the ad status, the page name, the page ID, ad library URL, the start and end dates, the ad creation time, the ad text, the text body of the ad, um, the page, the number of followers the page has, and basically most of the data you will need. Now you would go over to your Google Sheets, try to create a blank sheet. And once you're done creating a blank sheet, you would give the headers the names based on the data you're trying to extract. For me, I give my headers page name, platform, lead type, lead ad description, followers, lead description, page URL. So based on these headers, that's what you're going to use to your map the data coming from the data set sheets. From data set node, I mean. So once you click on Google Sheets, the operation would be to append row in sheets. So once you click on append row in sheets, you connect your Google Sheets credentials by signing in through Google. Then you select on the sheet you're trying to use. For me, this is the sheet I'm trying to use. meta library scraper. I mean the meta library sheet. You select the sheet you're trying to use, sheet 2. Now you would ensure to make it map each column manually, because if you make it automatically map columns, it's going to do the wrong thing. So you basically just map each one. For me, I need the page name. This is the page name. I need the platform. This is going to be in form of an array, and it's going to also log it there. Then I need the lead type. The lead type is basically like the filter used to search this particular lead. I will need the ad description, which is basically the ad text. Now mark that. I will need the number of followers. That way I will be able to access the kind of leads I'm trying to like reach out to before actually reaching out to them. Now for the number of followers, map this. I will need the lead description as well. This is for the description of the lead, and I will need the page URL to be able to access um the leads page. So now once everything has been mapped, let's try to run the workflow, and you will see that it's going to be logged into our Google Sheets. As you can see, the 10 items have been added to our Google Sheets. If I try to reload this, as you can see, so as you can see, the leads we scraped have been added to our Google Sheets. You can see their names, their publisher platform, the query I used, their description, and every other details in it. So for the notification node, you search for the Telegram node. Search for the Telegram node. Once you click on it, you select your action as send a text message. What is it? Alright, I think this. What the fuck is it? Alright, so I think this is it. Send a text message. Now, once you click on that action, you basically add your chat ID to connect your Telegram account. You would go to Telegram, search for further bots, and you ask for your bot token. So now you click on create new credentials, and you add your bot token given to you by the bot. Then you save it, and bam, it's going to be successful. Now, to get your chat ID, you could ask ChatGPT to give you a URL where you could just paste your bot token, then search for it on your browser, search that particular URL on the browser, and you get your chat ID, then you paste it here. Or you could, I think there's this particular bot on Telegram as well. I think Family Bot or something like that. But you could ask Claude for the name of that bot, then you ask for a chat ID and it's going to provide it. So once you add that, I don't know bother to like start looking for my chat ID all over again. But once you add that, you basically just select I mean it's at the message you want to send. So let me just use my previous workflow. So for this particular node, the message I wanted to send was um now the message I wanted to send was that the scoping was done. Please don't use my chat ID for something bad. But this is basically my the message I wanted to send. Scraping done and bam. Now you add a final node which would be the stop panel node. This is basically to prevent the Telegram node from running over and over and over. So once it runs once, it hits this particular error and stops. Now let me try to run this particular this particular workflow and see what it looks like. Let me unpin the data. Unpin. Now if you click on execute workflow, it's going to go to Apify, call the actor, and it's going to script meta variable to get the leads. So it's currently scripting it, as you can see. This might take a while though. So basically, once it is done scraping metals library and getting the number of leads you added. It will basically just create call this particular node, get the data set item, log it into your spreadsheet, notify your Telegram, and stop the workflow. Now you could decide to also make changes to this to the number of leads you are trying to scrape, because I didn't do that as well. Now you see this particular section called max results. The number expected was 10. Now you could decide to make yours 50, 100, or even whatever you want based on the number of credits you have, because if you exhaust your credits, the actual won't run. So unfortunately, I don't have my Telegram app open. I would have shown you guys the message, but I will try to send make a post on what the message looks like on my Telegram mobile app. So yeah, basically that's all about the system, and this can be paired up with other workflows. For example, the outreach workflow where you would add an AI node that will generate a personalized message based on the leads coming from the documents, lead documents. Now it will send the outreach. I've used this as well when I was starting out, because I didn't really want to like pay for the instantly plan and all these outreach softwares plan. So if you're starting now, this is one of the best ways to get your first few clients, and you scale from there. So yeah, basically that's all about the Yanama, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Basically, bye bye.